Hi, Sean.
Hi, Alexa.
You want to know a secret?
Are you sitting on a secret? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't have a script for this episode.
All right. I'm at peace with that.
Is that really bad?
No.
Do you think the viewers are going to be mad at me?
They won't know. That's between us. It's our secret for us.
All right. Well, what are you drinking today?
Oh.
Can you give us a little ASMR?
Oh, I can. Wait, I just got new nails. Wait. Is it picking up?
I'm obsessed.
This is delicious. It's a French vanilla large with oat milk. No creamer. And it's so tasty. Don't laugh at me. It's so tasty.
That was amazing. No, I
you.
loved it.
Mhm.
It looks yum. Jean,
Yeah.
where do I begin?
I don't know.
I've known you for a long time.
A very long time.
Long time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You live right down the street from me.
I do. I live like
I
5 minutes
know.
away from you.
And we truly went to like every school together.
Elementary all the way.
Where'd you
I
go
was
to
about-
kindergarten?
I was about to DDoS us. I was about to be like, and this is where we live. I went to kindergarten school at like
Did you go to Norma?
I went to Norma.
Wait,
Yeah,
me too. Oh,
I went
wait.
to Norma.
What,
Yeah.
what if I like bleep it out?
What if I don't think they'll find us?
The viewers.
Is it
The
still,
viewers can't
Is
know.
it still even called that? I don't know.
Yeah,
We're
I think so.
old. We're old.
So we went to the same kindergarten, elementary, middle, and high school, but we didn't really like talk until high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you were a grade below me,
was
even
a
though
grade
we're
below.
now like the same grade.
And that's kind of my fault too.
We'll get into it. Don't worry. But yeah, okay. And it's just kind of funny because like we're two of the only ones that like went to school for theater, right? Like, I mean, some other people did.
Yeah, we were in like a theater academy at Shallock High School through like their VOTEC thing. And it was
Yes.
like, I just remember a lot of girls and guys auditioning for theater, and then none of them really like went for it or
Yeah.
found any like strides or leaps and bounds in it. Not to like shade my classmates. My classmates, I'm sure that you're all wonderful.
Yeah,
and thriving
doing
in
great
your,
things.
Yeah. But like,
But
I don't. Yeah, it was like us. and
for
I
a
just-
lot of
yeah.
people, it was a lot more of like just like another activity, like just a sport, like for fun, like, and not actually like something super that people were taking super seriously, which is like, okay, like if your
we
priorities,
sounded really
but
good for high schoolers. I think it's a bit of a waste.
Yeah. How did you like find out about the theater academy?
Oh, my brother. My
Oh,
brother.
your brother was in it, right?
My brother was in the
Yes.
theater academy. He played Corny Collins when I was like 11, I think. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to
Yeah.
not perform. I knew I wanted to perform when I saw Annie at the Levoy.
Oh my God, I was.
And I knew that I could rinse those kids.
Yeah.
I thought those kids were so bad. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were gonna say because I saw Annie at Shallock, and that's what I was like, oh my God. But I mean, growing up, I always like. I went like my grandmom took me to like theater and stuff,
Yeah.
and we like went to the Nutcracker every year.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that
Rat
like
King Core.
definitely made me, that definitely made me like inspired me to like want to perform. But ever since I was little, like I always loved Wizard of Oz and like Annie, stuff like that, like where I could just perform and like sing and dance. And then I started. Did you ever do anything at Apple Farm?
I did.
Okay,
I
me too.
did.
What did you do?
I did like Midsummer Night's Dream there. I did like a little Shakespeare thing.
Oh my
over
God.
the summer.
I did like a summer camp there, and we did like a spoof of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, did you carry? Were
Like
you
this
Toto?
musical. I was the lion. The lion. Yeah, I know. But like it was like a devised thing. Like it was
You were getting into your roots.
Yeah, it was so Philly theater, like really Philly theater, and it was just like a little thing that I went to like
just
once
really
a
kinesthetic and in
Yes,
the space.
yes,
It was just a bunch of movement
it
based
really
artists
no, but
in the
truly it
space.
was like truly these like this like it was this woman from Philly, like
Yes.
absolute like
Best deconstruction
yes,
of a
like
script.
she
Oh,
had us like
baby.
meditating like in at like 12 p.m.
Wendy
like
Mapes cow yoga.
yeah, like when I was in like 7th grade. Yeah, like literally like yoga, like all that stuff. And then yeah, I don't even know how I heard of the theater academy, but my mom, I guess, heard about it and she was like, audition. And then
And you got did you eat the divorce papers?
No, I did. What did I do? What was the monologue that we did?
Did you do the Emily Our Town?
Yes,
okay,
yes. It was the Emily from Our Town. And we just did like really weird improv and stuff like during that audition. Did you audition with Wendy Mapes?
Oh yeah,
okay,
she made me run up and down through like the aisles of this theater after my like Hansel and Gretel monologue. And I carried a bit.
I was pretty on objective.
No, I was my other was so testable.
I just remember like being really feral and freakish at that, like the improv stuff. And then you never had Wendy Mapes as a teacher, right? Because
no, but this is not my shining moment.
Oh no.
I was in The Wiz
with
her. She was my director in The Wiz. I was one of the gatekeepers. I was like 10 with a bowl cut carrying.
You made your Shallock main stage debut way before anyone else did. Way before it was the trend.
Broadway baby.
Broadway baby.
Happy Lee Dance
Rest
Miller,
in peace,
baby.
Broadway baby. Like truly, I miss her. I'm gonna start crying. So, oh my God, where do I even? So yeah, I had Wendy Mapes for the first year. And then she left. She was moving to go to another school. So then we got a new teacher. And that's who we both had for. And we actually were were we in class together ever? Or I was just your theater aide?
You were my TA, senior year?
Senior year, yeah. I was like theater aide, which just meant kind of we came in and like sat and fun. Just like played games on Friday with you guys.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. Because then that just meant like I could be in theater for 2 blocks instead of just one, like more day filled with theater. And I was like, I can't wait to go to college and only do theater, not anything else.
And then that wasn't even
true. And then
true.
that was just not. No, it's really not. Like, and it's also so different.
So different.
Well, okay. So I want to kind of talk about like what led you to Rowan, because I was like so anti Rowan when I was graduating. Like I was like, I'm not going to Rowan. Everyone from high school goes to Rowan, and I want to go like I want a BFA program. I want something that's going to be like really intense. Like, and then that just ended up not being right for me.
Yeah.
Like what kind of led you to?
So I did actually audition for a bunch of other schools, and like I had like gotten into Montclair's BFA MT as like a drop spot, but they were like so evil and miserable to me on the accepted students day that I was like I'm not going here.
Yeah.
And then I got into Temple's as well.
Okay.
And it was so expensive. The out-of-state tuition, it was so expensive. And I don't want to make it sound like I went to Rowan because like it was my last choice, but like it wasn't my last choice the second I came here for the audition, for my real audition. Like, because like you said, like in our high school, you're like, oh, everybody goes there. So in your brain, you're like, I'm just going to apply and show up and see what happens. Yeah. And every other audition I went to, it was like all of these people who, a lot of them look just like me. A lot of us all sitting there looking at our books. And it's like, we all know what we're singing. We all know what monologue we're doing. Like, talk to people. Like, I don't know why you're just sitting here in silence. And it would just like breed a lot of competition. And then at Rowan, my Rowan audition, it was my last audition, and I was like, okay, I have other options. Like, worst things worse is I go into debt. And then I showed up, and we did like this like improv thing at Rowan where it was like I had to know everybody's names, and then we also had to say like the name of somebody that we loved, and it just like it felt really intimate, and it felt like I really knew these people. And I talk about this like when I give tours. I'm a tour guide at Rowan. But I met Asia Todd. I met her at a Montclair audition the day prior, and I didn't talk to her at all. And she sat right next to me because her last name is Todd, and my last name is Verderose. So like we were like right next to each other alphabetically. And then I met her like properly at the Rowan audition, and we had like great rapport. I love me some Asia, and it just made me feel like, why wasn't I like talking to these people? These are people that like do what I love, probably just as well, if not better than me. Like I want I want their names. I want to know these people. I want to be able to brag that I know these people. So it was
Yeah.
like I came in and I did it and I did my audition and everything just felt really like really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
It definitely does feel like a very connected community here, and it's not like the super competitive energy that you get from like BFA programs. Like,
I felt like I could fail safely.
yes,
Is like the best way to word it. Like I
yes.
felt like I could go into a class and like not be underprepared, but like if I messed up for some reason, like nobody was gonna cut me from the program.
Right.
Nobody was gonna like talk about me the next day. Like
Mhm.
I was in class
Well,
trying
that's
to
what we're
learn.
here for,
Yeah,
to
I was trying to
learn, and
learn.
like we're not supposed to be perfect, and sometimes you have to fail to like learn how to be better and
Yeah.
how to, you know, do things the right way, like I say in quotes, because
No, yeah.
what's really right.
No,
But
right,
like,
truly.
yeah, and I think not that I didn't enjoy my time at Marymount. I definitely
Mhm.
did, and I met some really great professors, really great people that helped me a lot, and some really great friends and stuff. But the overall energy between like a BFA and a BA program is just so different and crazy. Just like the intensity, not even like the intensity, like this is still a very rigorous and program, especially for acting.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like a different energy and vibe. So I kind of like what you like to tell the story of like how I sort of came to Rowan, because like it's kind of
It's really,
really
funny. At the same time, it's really funny. It was like it was before the pandemic. It was
Yes.
the end.
It was like in fall.
It was the end of fall because I was in Caitlin Alvarez's senior project, and I was going to a rehearsal for that. And you had texted me that you were at Appliables with our friend CJ, and I was like, oh, I actually have like a little bit of time in between this like rehearsal, but I was busy. Freshman year, booked like busy.
You were like at rehearsals till like 1 a.m.
I was very busy. So like I had just came from another rehearsal and I had like a 2-hour period in between to like, it might not have even been that long. Because I think you guys like walked me to my next rehearsal.
Yes,
But
we did.
we were sitting in the Pliables and you were like, yeah, I'm not growing, is what you said to me at like Marymount. You're like, I'm not growing. I don't feel myself flourishing. You were like, I like the people, but that's not like a reason to stay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know it sounds ridiculous because we're sitting here now, but like at that point, I had been cast in Groove here my freshman year, like an all dance show. And I was like a freshman. And so I was like, it feels, and I was with other freshmen, and like a lot of freshmen were getting like opportunities. So I was like, it feels like you could just come here and get opportunities so that you could put the place you went to school on your resume so that employers know that people that you study under want to work with you because you're good in the space. And that's because it's scarier when you've gone to like an institution for all those years and you haven't been in one of their shows.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're just like a number.
were you bad to work with in class?
Right.
Were you a number? And it's like, that's what people are looking at when they see your resume. And so me acting like I know me at my little age, but like it's concerning. Like people at University of the Arts, Marymount, they don't get to perform until their senior year, and then
just because there's so many people.
What does one show say though?
Right,
like your senior year, like it makes
it's hard because like you
I told you, I was like, just apply here.
Yeah.
You had like all the same training as me plus 2 years of whatever you did in New York.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're absolutely gonna get it. You'll be fine.
Right.
And yeah, I think you had like submitted your monologues like virtually and like your songs virtually. And you got in, and I was like, just come commute. It's 15 minutes, and then if you like it, you can stay. And I guess you liked it.
Right. Yeah, because like I wanted, even though I live 15, 20 minutes away, like it's still nice to be here and be in the environment, especially as a transfer. That's why, obviously, my first year I just did all virtually because of COVID. But then I sort of decided last minute, I kind of want to live on campus next year because I want to get that full sort of college experience. And like, I hadn't
you weren't
really
getting
had
that in the city either. Is another those schools and those BFAs and those conservatories that is like, your campus is the city. I have been spending the last like 4 years here being like, I need to mentally prepare to be in a city. So I can't imagine being like, let me take class on top of that.
It was
like,
a lot because it wasn't only like you're dealing with two things here. You're dealing with adjusting to college from high school, and then you're also dealing with adjusting from living in
cornfields.
East Bumble,
We live in like
yes,
cornfields.
to
like,
literal
yeah.
New York City, like the one of the great like biggest cities in the world,
yeah.
like most major cities.
So major. So
major
major.
city. But like it was two separate like sort of transitions and like all different people. I knew like like one person or a couple people that I had either been like in this area and done theater here and gone up there, or like, you know, someone just like very like who I knew through two other people, you know. So it was very like it was nice because nobody really knew anyone, so like we all sort of came together and got close, but like
baby.
at the same time it was like not traditional college experience at all, and it felt like there was just so many people in the theater program, like the musical theater program alone, that like it was impossible to do anything. So and yeah, like I just felt like I wasn't growing and wasn't applying what I was learning in classes, because then there's no like community theater around that area. It's like you're
making
either
your
on
off-Broadway
right?
you
like
making your off-Broadway debut at like 18.
At 18, like with barely any training,
that's
like
so insane.
just going through the training of like having high school, like, and I had done like a couple shows outside, just community theater, but nothing professional or anything nothing major.
Yeah.
So then like it was just such a blessing to move, like even though my ankle just cracked.
Put it up to the mic.
Yeah,
Can we go
little
back
more
to our ASMR section?
But like even like coming back, I was like, oh, I'm just like moving back to, you know, old town where I'm from, like no opportunities, like I'm gonna be nothing, blah blah blah. But then I ended up
about that pandemic was that we were all back home.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That
so
is
I feel
true.
like you
That
like
is
going
true.
back home, reassessing, reevaluating what you needed, trying it out virtually, and then when you could come on campus, like I feel like you needed that. Like I feel like we all got like a free gap year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was concerning for us because it was like, damn, we can't do this thing we're studying. I better get really good at self-tapes. Please continue.
Oh, yeah,
This is so
I
your
was
pod.
basically no, I love it. Please. I was basically just going to say, like, I was able to do, you know, get more experience in community theater and, you know, grow a lot at Rowan, and then, like, start doing professional theater. And now I feel super prepared to, like I just had another, you know, professional audition yesterday, and I felt good about it. Yeah, ran into like lots of besties there too, and it was just, it felt so good to feel like I belonged there, and like I was, like I am talented enough to be.
But then
there.
in that same breath, yes, like understanding when you do enter a room, like I am here for a reason.
Yes,
like not
yes.
waiting to belong in that room,
Yeah.
but rather like.
Because
bang,
imposter
I'm in
syndrome
room.
is like true and real.
But me, when my therapist tells me only successful people have imposter syndrome, think it over.
Because you want to, like, it's like you want to stay humble, and you don't want to think like, oh, I'm better than these people, or like I'm the best here, you know, whatever. Like you don't want to get cocky. So it's kind of like you just doubt yourself.
But also understanding that like when you enter a room, truly only you have to offer what you have. And understanding that like maybe that commodity isn't selling at this show. Do you know what I mean?
It's
but
not
knowing,
about talent, like truly, or like
they know what
it's
they
not
want
personal.
the second they
Right,
see you.
right.
So it's like just understanding like, well, this is what I am fully. Like before you leave that room is what's so delicious.
Yeah, trusting also that there will be a moment for you to shine, and like someone is looking for exactly what you are and who you are unapologetically. And I think it's helpful being behind, like having experience behind the table with that too, because I know we just closed Trail. I had Dave on last week.
Oh my God.
This is Sweet Jean.
This is Sweet Jean,
everyone. Like,
I'm Sweet Gian Verderose.
Sweet Jean is here in the house, in the building.
In the flesh.
Yes. But like I'm sure, like I know in my experiences, like casting and stuff, that has helped put my mind at such ease auditioning.
These
anywhere
people
else.
behind the table just want to see you win.
They do.
They just want to
yes.
see you you floundering in an audition, for lack of better words. It's more painful to the table because they want to see you win. If they don't want to put you in this particular production, they'll keep like your headshot, like they'll keep your resume. Like you always make a lasting impression on people, so it's very like don't beat yourself up. Like don't be scared to go again as well. Like don't be afraid to ask to start over, as silly as that sounds. But
No.
just understanding like they really want to see you win, like so bad. Because like when you leave auditions, you remember too. You're like, oh, that person blew me out the water, and then you'll be in the shower singing their audition song, and you feel silly. But like, you know what I mean? Like, even if you go into an audition being like, I am going to sing what I would sing like in my basement, just so that like I can sing it somewhere else. Like just treating it like your own personal performance.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me. Like
No,
I was up
that's
until
so
like
true.
like growing up, like I was up to like 1 a.m. learning Britney Spears' "Slave for You" dance. Like going into every space being like, I'm gonna do that thing that I do for fun.
Definitely.
In front of everyone.
Yes. And love my life doing it. And also I think it's
life.
important to remember that they're humans with emotions, just like us. Like we're all rooting for each other. And also, if it's bad, if you bomb it, no one's gonna even remember.
No one's gonna remember,
like,
and it's
truly.
also such a goofy, fun story.
Yeah,
it's such a goofy, fun story.
And sometimes that's what you need in life. Like you need to fail in order to sort of overcome barriers that you might not have been able to do otherwise. You know. No, girl. How many shows have we done together?
Oh, okay.
I guess that'll be like what we end on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We did Little Mermaid,
Little Mermaid,
Sister Act, Sweet Charity, Little Women,
Were we
Beauty.
gonna any like plays together though?
Oh,
like in high school?
Game of Tiaras.
Game of Tiaras.
Game of Tiaras.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, Lavoy. There's more. Oh my god.
Ragtime.
Ragtime.
A chorus line, technically.
Ragtime, a chorus line.
No, there's definitely other ones.
There's so many. Oh.
Well, Trail.
That feels so far. We just closed that. Don't do that to me. I'll die.
Oh yeah.
I know it's a lot.
I've
I've had the most fun.
It was fun.
I've had the most fun getting to do Trail with you. It's the most fun, and getting to choreograph it and getting to like direct somebody who's been my friend so long. It was literally just so easy.
It was so fun.
Not like easy, but like just like
no, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
natural.
I could throw my body on the ground and be like, "You got that? Now throw it down."
I just like knew what you wanted, knew what you were talking
so
about.
lovely.
It was so lovely.
And all of the other shows equally as lovely.
Yes.
I'm sure. I'm sure I'm positive, but
yeah.
I am so happy.
I'm so happy too.
Our overall growth together.
Yes.
And like, yeah, I feel like we've both done a lot here at Rowan. I was in 7 main stages, girl. I had to do the math the other day.
That's crazy.
For that WIT interview. I was in 7. And
we've had like all like the same training, basically.
The same training.
The same teachers.
And I see that when we're in advanced acting too. When we do our like 4 monologues in a row, I'm like, oh, we are the same breed.
We are crazy. The same
so,
breed,
like,
yes.
I love seeing you in rooms. I feel like we're doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've always said this too. Like I've always been so proud of how you've grown.
Just and what if we kiss on the pod and no one can see it because it's an audio except for like our YouTube viewers? Wait, oh my god, nobody look. But it is so fulfilling because like it's just like a very rare opportunity. I always say to people that we're like karmic soul partners, like linked evilly, because like we just always run into each other, and I live for it. I have like Snapchat memories of like us seeing King Kong on Broadway,
like the craziest things.
And then you mentioned this on the last episode, but going to see like Heather's in high school at the Eagle Theater, like that was so developmental,
I
like
know.
front lobe not developed yet, like rip me to shreds. It was so. We should not have seen that
No.
so young.
Did you see the let the dog see the rabbit or whatever it was?
Yeah. Yeah, we saw all the weird stuff together.
Yeah, we did.
And so also both of our teachers being Rowan alums.
Yeah, something about that.
Something about
And then
that. And now we go here.
How we ended up.
And it makes sense.
Are
But
we
yeah.
them? I'm so scared. Are we them?
Are we done?
Are we them?
Are we done? Do you want to be
No,
them?
are we them?
Are we them? Oh, no. No, I wouldn't do that to children.
And on that note, I think we're done.
Bye beyond the bows.
Bye beyond the bows. All right,
Mwah.
we'll continue this conversation.
Oh, baby.
ourselves.